What's going on, everyone? I'm jmarshhh and I'm back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to talk about the Steam Next Fest and Summer Games Fest, and I played a bunch of demos of the games that were announced and the games that had their demos set up for these events. And so I played a bunch of them that I had on my radar for a while, or that just I stumbled upon that looked really cool. So I played a bunch of them. Some of them I actually have full playthroughs on my channel, which I will link below into the description, so you can guys go check out the full playthrough of my demo and more in-depth thoughts about the game and stuff like that. And then other ones, I recorded every game that I played, but I will not be posting the full playthroughs of all the games, but I will post them here so you guys can see some gameplay while I talk about my thoughts about the games. So let's get into the first game, and I mentioned it in my May recap video that I was really looking forward to playing this game, and it was Hell Is Us. Now, if you want to see the full playthrough of Hell Is Us, I did play the entire demo and I posted it onto my YouTube channel, so you guys can go and give that a watch. But Hell Is Us is a kind of third-person action RPG, sort of open world style game. It's very cool. The story seems very good. A lot of mystery left in the demo, but I like the combat. Seems like there's going to be some different weapon types, definitely different sorts of, they have like a glyph mechanic where you can attach glyphs to your weapons to give them different perks and passives. I think you're going to have different armors, and just a real, your typical in-depth kind of action RPG with a lot of customizability to your character. And then you have your little drone, which also has different abilities that I'm assuming you'll be able to learn more about and improve the drone's abilities as well. And so overall, I thought the game was really good. I think the combat was pretty good as well. It did feel stiff, but I think once I played it a bit more, I got the hang of it. The parry mechanic is really cool. I also really like the healing mechanic, being able to land a couple hits and then you're able to heal yourself back, because one of the main mechanics of the game, when you lose health, you also lose that stamina, and so you only have as much stamina as you have max health, and so, or current health I should say, and so the lower HP you have, the less stamina you have to fight and dodge and stuff, which I think is a crazy mechanic, which could be pretty interesting. But they also have a mechanic that you can heal during battle when you make consecutive hits, which I think is pretty cool. Overall, Hell Is Us, I will be keeping an eye on. Comes out September 4th. Definitely a game that I'll probably be picking up and playing. Definitely out in my living room on the big TV. It looks amazing. Voice acting was great. Characters are really cool. Just can't wait to just dive in, understand more about the story. Hopefully the story is good, but we will find that out on September 4th. Let's go kill this guy. One of these suckers. The next game I played was Voidling Bound, which is also on the YouTube channel right now. It is a creature collector game, but it's a little bit of a twist in the creature collector genre. It is a third-person shooter where you kind of send your creature, your Voidling, out onto a mission, and you just have to complete your objectives. But the main combat is spitting acid, fire, that sort of thing. And so it is a third-person shooter, and you have your different abilities, and then you get to find eggs out in the wild, and you can hatch them to find more Voidlings. And then I thought the whole evolution mechanic was very cool, being able to evolve them into two, as far as I've seen, two different paths, depending on the different mutagens that you find out in the world and that you can give to the Voidlings, and they will look different and they have different traits and characteristics and stuff. I thought it was really cool. It's definitely a game that I think that I would spend a lot of time in, because I love collecting everything. I'm a big collector in games, and so I would have to collect every Voidling. I catch all the Pokemon, all the Tem and Temtem, cassette beasts, I try to catch everything. And so I'm big on catching everything, and so I would have to catch everything and get all the variants and all the different variations of the Voidlings that are in the game. So definitely seems like something that I would put a lot of time into. I'm definitely going to keep my eye on it. Voidling Bound, yeah, definitely is a kind of cool take onto the creature collection genre, which I think is it's pretty fresh, because a lot of the games are usually turn-based style sort of games, and so this one being a third-person shooter is pretty cool. So I actually thoroughly enjoyed my time with that. Outside, I mean, the world is really cool. Outside of the actual Voidlings, the world is really cool, and the character designs are actually pretty nice as well. So I'll definitely be keeping my eye on that one. Doesn't have a release date yet, so we'll just have to keep an eye on that. It's gonna be a boss fight, like a big boss fight. Oh, I'm so still. Oh, it's just this guy again. Oh, I need to break these first? Oh no, I can shoot them. Next, I played Is This Seat Taken? And this is a logic puzzle game. And these games used to be, these kind of sorts of logic puzzles were really popular when I was a kid in elementary school and high school. And I loved doing them, and I loved the different riddles. They're pretty popular in games nowadays as well. One person will tell you they want to sit here, and then this person says, I want to sit here, but I don't want to sit next to this person. And so you need to properly place them all so that they are all sitting where they desire. And I fully completed it. I even beat the secret level at the very end, which got pretty hard, but we ended up completing it. And so that is definitely a game that I will pick up 100,000,000%. I loved it. I thought it was really good. I liked the art style. It was very cute. Very fun game. Yeah, I could see myself just playing that on my Steam Deck, or just a surreal, relaxing game. I'll definitely play it with my girlfriend as well. She's into those sorts of logic puzzles and stuff like that. So I really enjoyed that one a lot. Is This Seat Taken? Planned release date is August, so only a couple months away for Is This Seat Taken. Very good game. I liked it. Dance. I cannot stand loud music. Okay. I want to dance. I do not want to dance. I'm wearing too much cologne. I want to dance. I cannot stand loud music. I'm wearing too much cologne. So next, I actually played the Bornless, and then I also played Davy Jones, but both games, for some reason, did not run very well on my computer, no matter what I tried to do. So I wasn't really able to actually play either one of them. I played Davy Jones a bit. They're the people who made Blacktail, which I played earlier on this year on the channel, which I also wasn't a big fan of, but I played this one because I liked pirates and I liked Davy Jones, and it's definitely pretty early in. I don't think I was able to get any usable footage because while I was playing, the frame rates was just dropping like crazy. I was able to play through the first kind of section, and it was cool. The combat was pretty cool, but yeah, I can't really say too much. But those were two games that I had my eye on: Davy Jones and the Bornless. The Bornless is a kind of extraction shooter, PvEvP horror sort of game. But to be honest with you, I'm not a huge extraction shooter fan. But my friends were wanting to try it out, and I did end up downloading it. I loaded it up and it was just not liking my computer, so I wasn't actually able to give it a shot. So that is unfortunate. But in the future, I may give it another try. But I will say I'm not the biggest fan of extraction shooters there. So next, I played Starlight Re, which I didn't really know too much about. I had actually been seeing a lot of ads on YouTube for it and thought it looked pretty cool. And so then when I saw that I had a demo, I decided to try it out. And it is like a co-op roguelite, hack and slash roguelite game. It seems like it's very early in development because there was a lot of items and such that didn't have images, but I did a run. It seems like it has a lot of potential, especially because it's in the early stages, but the art style is really cool, really very colorful. The characters are pretty cool. I only played one character, but it looks like it could be pretty good. But it did seem like the levels were actually quite easy until we reached this boss that just destroyed me and my team. But again, it was only my first run. I didn't understand the things that I was picking up, and the you know, I didn't really understand all the abilities and what everything was doing and what I should be picking up and looking out for. So, and that's just how roguelites go. The more you play, the better you are at them. And so, of course, I'll definitely give it another shot when it comes out with a beta or like another demo further along in the development line. But right now, I will definitely say that it is a game to keep your eye on, especially if you're a fan of like Omega Strikers, games like that, sort of like kind of isometric top-down sort of action combat. Oh, these guys are strong, big time. Oh, we are not strong enough for this, I don't think. We're getting smoked. I then played Possessors, which looked super interesting when I saw it in the Super Game Fest, in the Summer Game Fest. And it's by the people who made Hyper Light Drifter, Breaker, and Solar Ash. I had to look it up. I forgot which game it was. And I was a big fan of Hyper Light Drifter. I never played Solar Ash or Breaker yet, but Heart Machine, yeah, great devs, I think, in my opinion. I think they make really great games and great looking games. So I wanted to try this one out, especially especially because it was kind of that side-scrolling Metroidvania sort of style game coming right off of Metroidvania May. And I will say the art style is amazing, beautiful. I love the in-game art style, and then whenever you're talking to a character in game, they have their own sort of splash art, a bit like Hades, and it looks amazing. I thought the combat was pretty good. I felt it was a bit stiff and slow, not as fluid as I would want it to be. The running animation is really cool. The grappling mechanic of the game was good. I was just, I think, bad at it at some points, and as I'm learning, I'm pretty bad at these Metroidvania skill checks. But that's what makes it fun. So yeah, Possessors, I'll definitely keep an eye on that one. Unfortunately, I did actually play another Metroidvania game, which I think is gonna take the cake for probably maybe the best demo that I played. There's a couple here coming up on the list that are definitely top tier demos that I'm definitely going to be picking up for sure when they release. So unfortunately for Possessors, I'll definitely let it sit a bit and cook so that when it comes out, it will be like a classic, just like a Hyperlight Drifter. Okay, so I need those charges for my secondary attack. Yeah, it takes one charge, I see. So next up I played Mio Memories in Orbit, and this is the Metroidvania game that I was talking about just previously. This game looks and plays and sounds amazing. Such a cool experience that I played. I don't even think I got to the end of the demo. I think I got stuck. I will be putting up the entire playthrough of it, or it may already be out by the time you're watching this video, but I will put up my playthrough of it because it was very fun. I say it in the video, but I think that could definitely be up there with Hollow Knight in terms of like that game that kind of revitalizes the genre. Not that the genre needs to be revitalized, because Hollow Knight kind of did that, and then now everyone's coming out with their sorts of Metroidvania games. But in terms of just that next step in the genre, or just even just up there with Hollow Knight, I definitely think it could be up there. Obviously, we'll have to wait for the full release and see the entirety of the story, but number one, the story and the world is definitely right up my alley, and so yeah, I'll definitely be picking that one up and playing that one with my sister for sure. Memories in Orbit, give that one a wish list and go check it out. Definitely, if you're into those sorts of games, and if the demo is still out, go play the demo, because it was really fun to play and it looks amazing. Oh cool, so they got a Volver now. I like that. Good addition to the team. Okay, so you cannot stun them out of their attack once they start smacking you, like you can with these guys. Who's this? Oh. Oh, I can break the projectiles. That's cool. Next, I played Black Raven, and so this game I found on Twitter actually, and I will be posting the entire playthrough, or it's already up. And man, this game was probably the big standout for me, honestly, out of all the demos that I played, in terms of just the idea that they're going for and the gameplay and the art. It was just so like top notch and just so like different from anything that I've really seen before or played. I mean, I've never played anything like that before, but it was extremely cool. Definitely a game that I'm going to be keeping my eye on, because in the demo there wasn't much to it. We just kill a couple enemies. You kind of get the beginning of the story, but there's definitely going to be more to the story, and I'm hoping that there's like more combat, more enemies, different types of combat. I think that if they add a stamina bar and sort of like a parry mechanic, I definitely think that would take the gameplay to the next level. But I'm not sure what they have planned, but I'm trusting the vision, and I'll definitely be keeping my eye on Black Raven, because that was a big standout for me during all these demos that I played this month. Okay. Just let me get one more. Come. How many more do I got over there? 3. Okay. So next up I played Ball Pit, which was the game that was shown at the Devolver Digital Showcase. And we actually have a lot of Devolver Digital published games that I tried here, I think. But this one is pretty cool. Honestly, the showcase was very interesting. And when we looked more into it, because it was very interesting to watch it and be like, is this a real game? Is this a fake game? What is even... Because Devolver Digital, you know, they're known for doing crazy stuff and coming out with silly games. Not silly games, but like silly in theory, but very serious games that end up being actually very good. And so we weren't sure about this one. She actually went and she did a little bit of research about Kenny's son, and apparently it's like everything is kind of true what was in the showcase. But anyway, there's a deep lore into it if you want to go dive into the deep lore of Ball Pit. But it is just one of those games where you need to break the blocks. You get a ball, you got to break the blocks. But it is roguelite, and you get power-ups, you level up, you got different characters, and then there's a whole home base mechanic where you can build up your base, get new characters, get better balls, better materials, get stronger for your future runs. And yeah, I'll definitely be checking this one out. I'm a big roguelite fan, and I mean, I've been saying that about all the demos. I made a joke to my sister that I was gonna do a speedrun of my demos because hopefully I can just play, you know, 30 minutes of each demo and then be able to make this video here. But man, I was playing banger demos and I had to play for minimum an hour of every game. And so it took me a long time to actually kind of get it all together. I will be posting my gameplay footage of this one as well. I'll post a video. But yeah, Ball Pit, definitely something to keep your eye out on, and definitely look into the development of the game. I think it's like kind of a cute story. Ball Pit, a game that is going to be on my radar this year. Oh, should I fuse these two together? I don't know. Is that a good idea? Surely it's always a good idea to just fuse them together, right? But I guess before I had more opportunities to proc, right? Next, I played Dead as Disco, and this game is probably one of the most fun games that I played out of all these demos. It is a rhythm kind of based game where you fight to the beat of the song that is playing, which I think is very cool. And if you know me, I'm not a big rhythm game guy, but this one was just so... I don't know, man. It was fun. It was really fun. I'm not sure if I'm posting the footage of that one, because when I recorded it, the frame rate dropped dramatically and I wasn't able to actually use any of it, but I did re-record it. And so I don't know if I'm going to be posting that or not. But man, it was a very fun game, and apparently we'll be able to upload our own songs, make our own beat maps for the songs so that people can go and play custom songs that aren't licensed in the game, I guess. So that should be pretty cool, because it'd be really cool to play some of my, you know, favorite K-pop songs and stuff like that, and beat up guys to the beat of XG Woke Up looking like this. So Dead as Disco, very cool. Honestly, the bosses look really cool too, and the story seems like it could be pretty interesting as well. I will definitely be checking that one out. Got him. So the stage will change depending on the point of the song that you're in, I guess. Next, I played Giggleland, which is a horror game, kind of in the genre of mascot horror, in terms of like Amanda the Adventurer, Five Nights at Freddy's, stuff like that. It was good, definitely a good game. I think it's a been there, done that sort of deal story. So I'm hoping that they have something new to bring to the table. But the cheap scares were getting me. The atmosphere was good, and it did have a mechanic where it is messing with your computer, or it's like interacting with your computer. So it's one of those sorts of games. I don't know how much in the full version of the game, how much they're going to dive into doing that. I'm not sure if it was just for the demo or just for that section that I was playing, but I thought it was cool. They took screenshots in game, and then I had to look on my computer and it was showing something different on the screenshot, which I thought was pretty cool. But I will be posting the full gameplay footage of that, so you guys could go check out that in its entirety, and you can make your own opinion on whether or not you're going to be checking out Giggleland. You know, we played Beacon Pines. He just needs some of that perennial harvest fertilizer, and they'll be all good. Feel as though that was ticking. My time is ticking away. are we taking photos? Understand. It's just that it's ticking, so I'm running. Next, I played Disptach, and I can't remember if this was shown last year or this year. I'm pretty sure it was shown last year, and man, this one was actually super good that I will 100% buy. It looked like it was so well made. The animation was amazing. The voice acting was so good. It's just one of those dispatch games. I did play 112 Operator on one of my first videos when playing every Steam game I own. And so it's one of those games where you are an operator and you need to send out your troops to go solve a problem that is going on in the city, a crime that's gone on in the city. Except here, you're a superhero dispatcher and you are dispatching your own small team of superhero villains. They're like ex-cons, I guess. And you're able to send them out and they level up. They have their own personalities. They have their own stats, and you need to kind of pair them up correctly to solve the missions, which I thought was really cool. It was such a cool, fun game. The writing seems like it's going to be pretty funny. Probably play with my girlfriend as well, because she will probably be into that. She's into the kind of dispatch sorts of games, but in terms of like the actual, like it was like an anime that I would just watch. I would just watch it. It was good. It was good. Dispatch, a game that should be on everybody's radar. Sonar transforms after returning from a call. His intellect swaps with combat, and charisma swaps with vigor until the next call.
Kind of randomly turns into a monster sometimes.
Randomly.
We are working on controlling it.
These idiots are fighting over the name Fight Man. Let's try giving them new names. Maybe that'll solve it. So just badass sounding names, dumbass sounding names. So just becoming a dynamic duo. Give them the idol makeover. So just becoming a dynamic duo.
I'm on a
Fight
roll.
Man.
First round's on me tonight.
Next, I played Hirogami, which was giving crazy like Okami, Tearaway sort of vibes. Even like PS1 games, you know, Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, those sorts of games. It was just that kind of retro 3D platforming kind of adventure game. It was super cool. I love the art style, the whole paper origami art style. Kind of like Tearaway back in the PS Vita days. I don't know if you guys ever played that by the people who made Little Big Planet. But Hirogami was super fun, and you're able to transform into different origami animals. There's only one in the demo, which I turned into. It was super cool. The combat is pretty basic, but I'm sure it'll get a bit more in-depth, or maybe a few more layers added onto it. But it was definitely pretty cool, and if you have an itch of playing that sort of old school, sort of just classic 3D character platforming kind of adventure game, this is definitely one to keep on your radar. I see. Let me do this. How does one... Okay, so that's one half. Okay. Next, I played Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive, and this game, honestly, I'm kind of back and forth with, because I said it in the video, and I don't think I'll be posting the gameplay because it was just a bit repetitive. Once you've seen it all. Once you've seen one battle, you've seen it all. But anime games are usually hit or miss, and I don't want to say this one was a miss, but I definitely think that if they slowed down the combat a bit, made it more kind of action adventure combat and slower combat, maybe like the new God of Wars, where it's more methodical, just more of that slow methodical. You can parry, you can your dodges matter and stuff. This one, it wasn't full Dynasty Warriors, but it was getting there where you're just kind of hack and slashing a bunch of enemies, and I don't think you're ever in any real danger of dying, and you're just showing how powerful you are, which I guess is cool for some people if that's what you're into. So it's definitely going to be for a lot of people, especially because it is like probably one of the most popular anime right now. So it's definitely for someone. Me, I'm probably going to skip it, but I think that they could definitely make an interesting solo leveling game if they kind of took the time to really focus on the gameplay of it and like slow it all down and make it kind of more methodical. I just feel like with a lot of anime games, anime adaptations for these games, I just feel like it's always fast paced and like I don't know, it's just like cheap gameplay combat, I think. And so like over the years, Dragon Ball Z has evolved and dove into different sorts of combat gameplay styles. And I feel like other anime games need to also do that, because we want to play a story anime game. I don't want to play a fighting anime game. But anyway, that's just my little rant. I am just
찰나를 베어주지. 끝났군.
Damn, I'm overpowered. Next up, I played Mythrealm, which this game I had no idea, knew nothing about. Honestly, I still don't know anything about it, but it was cute and it was cool. And it looks like a small little project, and I gotta respect it, man. It was definitely fun. I like the art style, and the combat is a bit jank. I feel as though the game itself is a bit jank, but that's the kind of charm to it. I will definitely have to check out more Mythrealm in the future. I kind of got stuck climbing this cave, and then I didn't know where to go, so I'll definitely have to check out more of it in the future. But I definitely got to respect the developer for the game. It looks like a little project, and yeah, I love it. I loved it, honestly. After all that, oh my. How do I heal? Next, I played Hotel Barcelona, and man, this game, I had no idea what was going on, but I did 2 runs. It's like a kind of roguelite metroidvania style game, and I am still undecided. I do end up showing the trailer in the video of the gameplay, because man, the trailer is crack, and it's like a cracked out game, which I think is cool. So sick. The animation is cool. Cutscenes are really cool. Voice acting is good. The premise is interesting. You're like a retired marshal or something, and you are possessed by a demon, and you are fighting through this kind of world where it's a roguelite world, and you get to take these doors to go to different areas, and then at the end you fight a boss, and the boss, spoiler, did not beat the boss. I tried like 4 times. I wasn't able to beat the boss, but I don't think I was very good. Again, every time I say I'm not very good, I think it's just Metroidvania games. But I was understanding the mechanics near the end of the last fight. But then you have your this home base kind of world in, I'm assuming is the hotel, and you're able to talk to people, buy new weapons, upgrade your stuff, you know, for future runs and stuff. So it looks really cool, and it has this interesting blood mechanic where the more you kill, you gain different passives, but then the longer time you have in between killing, your blood reserve will drop. I'm not too sure what that's all about. I think it probably has something to do with the demon that is possessing you, but honestly, check out Hotel Barcelona. Go watch the trailer. It is a very interesting game, I'll say. Animations are so good. The art is so good, though.
Taste the chains of despair.
That's cool.
I'll burn you to the bone.
And lastly, the last demo that I've played is the Trolley Solution. And I had one thought and idea going into the game, and when I finished the demo, I had no idea what I had just played. And I'm not sure if that is a good thing or a bad thing, but it is enough to keep me interested and to keep me, you know, keep my eye on the game. And I'll definitely be checking it out when it comes further to its closer to its release date. It is the experiment: would you kill one person to save many, or would you kill many to save one person? But the more times you play, they give you different scenarios. But then there was just this whole section where it's just introducing these characters to you, and I feel as though to give you like backstory and something to connect with, and then I needed to make the decision again with those characters specifically. And so then I'm wondering if those characters, my actions have repercussions further along down the line if I ever go back to seeing these characters' lives again. So I don't know, very interesting game, because I thought it was just gonna be like a logic puzzle game, or you know, like a morality kind of test game, and it was that, but then it was so much more that I didn't really know what to do with that information. But I'll definitely be keeping my eye on the Trolley Solution. And Tomiko stares for a moment too long. In the distance, you can still see it. She's trying to record in her memory every inch of his being. Tomiko, you okay? You're usually not this red. Are you feeling alright? Yes, Tomodachi. I've never felt more alive. I mean, I think it's just a little headache. It'll be fine. If you say so, Tomeko. Look, our trolley's here. Hurry up. Enter the trolley. One of them feeling a little bit less ready for school and more ready to live life. And there you have it. Those are all the games that I played, all the demos that I played throughout the Steam Next Fest and Summer Games Fest. Holy. And there was the Creature Collection Fest as well that Voidling Bound was a part of. But those are all the demos that I've played in the past little while, in the month here. Today is the last day of the Steam Next Fest, so I thought I should make this video and put it out and give you all my opinions on the demos that I played. But there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely let me know if you guys played any demos over the Summer Games Fest or the Steam Next Fest, or any demos just in general that I should be keeping on my radar. I'd love to hear what games you guys are looking out for. But that'll do it for me. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Take care.